Hey guys, this is Mama Shira from DIY Mama Tribe, and this is a little bit different video for me. Today I'm just doing a little bit of quarantine crafting. I'm trying my hand in some embroidery, and I also want to tell you about an offer from Bluprint that starts today at noon, March 26th through April 9th. So first, let's get into this embroidery kit. Now, I bought this kit, I believe, in Denver. Whenever my husband and I travel, we go and try to check out different craft stores, fabric stores, and so I picked up this DIY kit. Shout out to the Mama Bear mug. But this kit was advertised as everything you need in order to do this embroidery hoop. And I have never embroidered before. I am an avid sewer, as well as painter and home improvement DIY person, but I've never tried embroidery and I was a little bit intimidated by it. So I got this kit because it has everything that you need, and I got settled in on the sofa and tried to get the instructions for all of these different stitches. Now, I will say, for what it was, this kit was pretty helpful. It seemed to outline a lot of things on the instruction sheets. However, there were some things that were kind of missing, which is why I think I would have done a lot better with trying a class on Bluprint. In fact, I'm really looking forward to looking at some of the stuff that they have to offer for embroidery, but we'll get into that a little bit later. So this is the instructions for the pattern. It actually came with the pattern already printed onto the cotton cloth, and I just had to pop it into the embroidery hoop and get the needle and thread going. So here are all the different stitches that you're supposed to do in these different places. And that's how it should look in the end, but let's just see how it goes. So it comes with the needle as well, which is helpful, but it also has instructions to thread your needles, but it only comes with one. So that was a little bit confusing. It also said to separate the floss, and having never used embroidery floss before, I had to look up a video on how to separate it out. I kept getting these big crazy tangles. Excuse my dry skin. I think we're all getting a little bit of that from all the hand washing. Just want to take a moment to just send prayers to you and your family. It's a crazy time right now. I know we're all looking for interesting ways to pass the time without worrying too much. So yeah, just staying at home and crafting is definitely an option while you wash your hands 1,000 times. So here I've started what was described as a back stitch. I think I'm doing it right. Again, this is where it would have been helpful to have an instructor. I mean, this kit might have been good for someone who has maybe embroidered before. I'm not sure. And you see, I started in the middle of the pattern when I really should have found the beginning of wherever that line was, but that just wasn't clear to me at the time. So I'm really just stitching along, but guys, I don't have the foggiest clue. I'm going back and forth to the instructions. I'm not 100% certain that I'm doing it right. I'm just trying to get through this pattern. Keep reminding myself, this is supposed to be relaxing. I hope it looks relaxing. Then I thought maybe I should put the stitches closer together so it doesn't look so broken. Or maybe that was how it's supposed to look. It's completely unsure.
Start at the beginning. Beginner mistake.
Now I have this big mess of trying to separate these threads, because what I didn't know was each of those, I guess, little bundles are 6 strands. And so some stitches call for use of 1 strand or 2 strands or sometimes all 6, but you have to get them out without, making a big mess. And then good luck threading it. I had to take my glasses off. That's how you know I'm aging. So I just went back and picked up the beginning of that line of stitches. And it took me forever just to do that one ring. And then I got interrupted.
Beyonce.
I don't mind.
Could you?
Beyonce Kitty is a nice one. Well, to the people she likes. Isn't that us all? Okay. Enough cat time. So then I try to tackle those leaves. I see how it's supposed to look, but the stitch that it calls for on the instructions is not, it just says do I think what's called a fishbone stitch, but there was no instructions for a fishbone stitch in the kit. And so I tried to mimic what it looked like, or what I thought it looked like on the picture, and it's not good, guys. It's kind of disastrous. Oh, here's Jay-Z Kitty Boy. Hi. Man, cats see a blanket and some thread and they're like, it's time to snuggle. Me trying to get the thread on the needle. Lord, this girl. So I know that there's probably some embroidery aficionado at home watching this like, please stop torturing that poor fabric. But it's just awful. It's just awful. Some better direction would have been great. Like, what am I doing here? I'm not even in the lines.
Someone's at home going, what the hell is she doing? I don't know. I do not know. Can we just establish that I had no idea? I'm gonna try it long ways this time.
So then I just tried to do it long ways instead of short ways, if that makes sense. And it did come out a little bit better, but I have no idea how to do whatever stitch that the pattern actually called for. So I got that vine done and it looks okay. I mean, except for that leaf down there. But I'm gonna go back and try to fix that one. So that's kind of the fix I came up with. I just put more thread over it long ways. And I did the vine on the other side. And then I tried this thing. It's called a woven wheel, and you use all 6 strands. No idea if I threaded this right. I actually looked up another YouTube video to even see what that was, because again, the pattern called for this stitch, but there were no instructions on how to do it. And once I saw them on someone else's video, I was just like, how can you leave out how to do this? It's so, I guess it's not complicated for someone who has done it before, but I would not have guessed from this set of lines in a circle that this was what I was supposed to do. I'm not even sure if I'm doing it right, guys. I'm just making it up as I go. Really hard to pull through. That just ended up a little bit tortured. So I'm trying this woven wheel thing. I might be pulling it too tight. It's really not clear. And I don't want it to sound like, oh, this kit is bad. I just think this kit leaves out some much needed instruction for a true beginner. My fabric is puckling there. I have to keep checking the picture because I wasn't sure if it was coming out the same way. Is me second guessing it, third guessing it. I'm so unsure right here. which is crazy because, I've like painted my kitchen floor and painted cabinets and, just built things. Never have I been more unsure than when I grabbed this hoop and thread. So I think it's going okay, but disaster is going to strike, and I still don't even know why. Here, what in the world just happened? I was sewing along, and then my threads got caught up some kind of way. I got this big tangle on the back. I couldn't get it loose. It's just, I had to mute the audio on this, guys, because there were just bad words. It was not a fun time or relaxing. Oh, you ever have something go like that where you think like, okay, this is going to be nice, and then it's just not? Guys, I ended up just cutting this completely out. I couldn't deal with it. I don't know what went wrong or why. So yeah, cut that out and just try it again. Pretty much did it all the same way, and it went better, but I'm not sure what I did right or wrong in the process. So this is as far as I could get it without wanting to throw it. And that's why I'm going to recommend Bluprint. Bluprint is an online craft learning platform where you can learn about quilting, sewing, knitting, embroidery, yes please, cake decorating, crochet, all sorts of things. They have like 1,300 classes online, and right now they are running a 2-week special where you can get 2 weeks of access to all of these classes for completely free. While we're all staying home and trying to stay healthy, looking for things to do with the kids, it's super family friendly, and you can try the classes for 2 whole weeks for free. It runs from today, March 26th, until April 9th. You can try them out. So this is just a look at their website, their platform, super clean, super easy to understand. You can just click on what you're interested in or what your kids want to learn and have at it. I know supplies might be kind of tough to order right now, but there are some things that you can just, learn how to do to have the knowledge and then get the supplies when they're available. I was definitely checking out all of their embroidery classes. I really need something for a beginner, guys. I just need exactly this. Someone to just walk me through every single thing. There are videos, there are very knowledgeable instructors. It's right up my alley. And if you're watching this, maybe it's up yours too. So what you do is start You hit the start free button and it says subscribe with a credit card, but they're not even asking for that right now, guys. When you click on subscribe with a credit card, it's just going to ask you for your email address and for you to create a password. And that's it. Then you have access. It would be great to use this crafting at home, spending time together with your family. So here's where you would enter your email address, create a password, and then you have access to all of their classes. And I do want to point out the terms of use. You can cancel after 14 days. If you don't, you're going to have to still choose a payment method. Now, I will say for like $8 a month versus $40 for the year, you get all of these classes. So even if you choose the monthly plan or the yearly plan, you get all of those classes for a really low price, or just enjoy the free classes for 2 weeks. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I'm going to leave links in the description bar below. Have a good one. Stay safe.